Hey everybody, welcome to another video trophy guide for Black Ops 2 Zombies Transit. In this video I'm going to show you how to get the standard equipment may vary trophy. Now we're going to start out here at the first stop. This is the bus depot. Grab our first part, a little mannequin thing there up against the sign. We'll take it over to the bench and we'll build it. We're going to need 3 parts. In this particular location they are always in the same spots. Right here's the fan, it's on the chair. We'll get this guy out of our way and we'll go ahead and go up and build that here in a second. But this is really the only location where those are always in the same places. You get to other locations and the parts you need can be kind of scattered. You know, it's kind of random. They're always in like one of 2 or 3 different spots, so you got to kind of look around. But for these, this right here is the last part. This is kind of that fin looking thing up against the wall. It's under the phone, always there. So once we get this guy a little further away, we'll come up here, go ahead and build it, and this will create the wind turbine. This will be the first equipable item we need for this trophy. So lure this guy out of our way. We'll use the turbine to get through these doors, and we'll go ahead and head out to the bus here. So we're going to need 4 equipable items. Now you can't equip them all at the same time. You can only have 1 equipped at any given time. So basically at each one of these locations you'll have 2 or 3 parts that you can build into an item, and you just have to equip that item. And after we have done that with 4 of them, the trophies will pop. So we'll go ahead and run out, get on the bus here, and go to the next location. Next location is the diner. At the diner, the part we need to build here is only composed of 2 different parts. And I'll show you where to find these here in just a second. Now you're going to see me take this inside step. It usually goes on the bus. I'm going to put it right here. I actually use this run to get the Galvin knuckles as well, but I did that on another video, so I'm not going to mess with it now. What I'm looking for here is the dolly. That's right here. If it's not located right there, it will be right along the right hand side here where I'm running. It's always, in my experience, it's always inside the diner here, and it's usually in one of 2 locations there. Pretty easy to spot. So I'll go ahead and take these guys out, and I'll show you where the bench is at. Basically there's going to be a door that I can go through to my left here, well, now on my right, and the bench is right inside. So you try to clear some of these guys out so that you don't have to deal with them while you're trying to build this stuff. I'll go ahead and put that on. The next part we need, this is a 2-part thing, is a car door. Now this little area I'm in right now, it will either be on the car, which it's not, or it'll be right here on the table. And if it's not in either one of those locations, I'll show you here in just a second where else it could be. So on the car, up against the wall, or right here, kind of in this bathroom up against the wall, is where you'll find that car door. And now that we got the car door and the dolly set up, it made a zombie shield. Let me clear these guys out and I'll show that to you. We'll go ahead and just equip it real quick. Basically what it does is it'll just keep the zombies at bay. If you have this thing equipped, it will block them. And also you can stick it into the ground like that. If you do that on the other side of a door, they will get stuck at it until they break it down, and they'll hit it until they break it apart, but it will stall them for a while. So can be useful. We'll go ahead and get on the bus here, move to the next spot. This is the barn house here. So we'll go through these doors. I did do a lot of play here to rack up points and so on and so forth, so I may fade out just to get to the parts here. Like I said, I used some of the gameplay in another video, so you can check it out on the Galvin Knuckles video if you'd like. But for right now, we're just going to go ahead and cut over back to the inside of the house here. What we're looking for in this area is 3 different parts. Right now I'm looking for the lawnmower. That's one spot it could be in. Right here is where it's at. And the 3rd place, if you don't see it in either one of those locations, will be inside of the barn. And if you just kind of walk in and look over, it'll be kind of in front of a box there, like 1 box back or so. So it's usually just sitting out on the ground. The 2 other parts we need, one is a canister and the other one is a gun. And what we're building here is a turret. So I'm going to kind of show you the inside of the house here. You see the gun over there on the couch. It will be there, or it will be right here against the wall outside on the balcony here. I'm just going to go ahead and run down and get the canister right now. That's right here on this shelf. In my experience, it's on this shelf here, or it's on the table, not this one in the middle, but the one right over there in the corner with the TV on it, or upstairs shelf, downstairs shelf, or on the table. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run out to the barn here real quick and show you. If you don't see the gun in one of those locations upstairs, on the couch or on the outside up against the wall, you can come out here and it will be up here on these barrels. And I want to show you that because it can be a pain to find. So we'll head back into the house here. I just got that one last part to pick up, and they're pretty easy to find. Like I said, they're almost always, the lawnmower is pretty easy. It's always on the ground somewhere. Canister, one of 3 locations in my experience so far. And of course the gun right over here on the couch this time. So we'll pick this up and we'll go ahead and go down and build this thing. This is one of those items. A lot of these items that you build, these equipable items, you actually have to power them. Generally with like the wind turbine will do it. So I'm going to show you here in just a second how this turret works. And it's actually pretty cool and far easier to do with more than one person. You know, I'm playing solo, so I got to kind of pick one item up and leave the other one down and kind of, you know, move them up next to each other. So what I'm going to do here is take the turret, place it right outside here. I'm going to go ahead and grab the wind turbine that I carried with me from the last place, and I'll take these guys out so they don't attack it. And I'm going to go ahead and set the wind turbine up right behind it. Now this turret will not work without some sort of power, so you put the turbine behind it and that will get it moving. So you'll notice that if you get the turret and set it down, it doesn't shoot anything. It's because it doesn't have any power. So you like I said, it's difficult to do solo if you're anywhere but here. But if you have more than one player, you get one that you know, would carry the turret, another one would carry the turbine, and you can put them both down together and get them working pretty well. So you can see this thing working here. Kind of charges up that gun. I'm going to go ahead and pick this up and get moving on here. So we'll go ahead and head to the bus. And now that's 3 of 4 that we need for this trophy. Like I said, we had the turbine, we had the shield, and we had the turret equipped. So now we only need 1 more. We're going to head to the power station next, and we're going to build something there. And just so you guys know, the switch that you build for the power inside the station does not count. Because you don't actually equip it when once it's built. It just kind of goes against the wall, so you can flip the power switch. So you're actually going to have to go past the power room in order to get the 4th item that you need. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to kind of fade out here because all I do is run circles till I'm down to 1 guy. Get myself a crawler so I can start looking around for these parts. In this area, you're going to have 3 parts. One of them is this kind of electric panel thing here, and we'll go up and build that. That's the first part. It's pretty easy to find. It could be scattered anywhere in here, but it's always in, you know, this area here or outside in the circular area. It's pretty small, so they're easy to find. If we come over here, you'll see the switch. I have yet to see that outside of this room. It's always on a table so far in my experience. So like I said, again, pretty easy to find. Now the last part is a zombie arm, which can be a little difficult, I guess, if you've just killed a lot of zombies, because there's, you know, arms and legs and stuff all over the place. But just so you know, so far I noticed that a lot of times it's not so much down here where I'm at now. It's usually up at the top, you know, on the top of one of the stairs somewhere close to it, kind of on that little balcony thing I'm about to run up on here. There you see it right there against the rail. So that's the zombie hand. We'll take that back. That'll be the last part we need to switch on the power so we can move through. Now I'm going to go ahead after I build this, and I'm going to wait for the crawler to get in, otherwise the power will kill him, and I want to keep him alive so I can build my last part without having to, you know, deal with too many guys. So I'll just let him get inside here, and once we flip that switch, probably going to have to wait a little bit. It takes 30 seconds. What will happen is that power will turn on out there, and you basically wait 30 seconds for this door in front of me here to open. You can, if you want, you can use the wind turbine to open this door. I've done it before, at least from the other side. So, but generally I always forget to do it. I usually just wait the 30 seconds for it to open up. And when that power switch is on, the door that you come through here, the one that we originally came in, that closes as well. So going out there is not going to do a whole lot for this. But there's the door. We'll go ahead and run through. You notice the table is here on the left, and we just got to grab the 3 parts to build this thing. So the first part is kind of this table looking thing here, kind of like with the legs sticking up. And you got to be careful because there are other parts in this room. There are other things I believe you can build It's just if you pick them up, you go up to the bench and it'll say it's the wrong part and you got to switch them out for something else. So for this thing that I'm building, you want that little table looking thing. Then if you come up here, it's hard to see, it's against the window, but if you just grab it, it's kind of a little bell shaped thing there. If you look at the bottom of the screen, that's the second part. And once we get this built, the third and last part for this particular project is a battery to power it. So we'll go looking for the battery here. And once we equip it, that'll be the fourth one. And I want to let you guys know that I do believe there are other things you can build. There's another bench at the next stop. There's other items you can pick up along the way, including like in the tunnels and things like that. You'll find wooden planks, and I haven't really found where those go yet, so I didn't mess around with it too much. I just did the the standard ones at each of the stops here. But you guys will be able to find other items and kind of piece them together and see if there's anything else you can build. This here is an electric trap. I've never really used one. I've built one before but never really used it, so I'm going to do here is pick this up. And I'm thinking that trophy should pop here soon, unless I need to set it down. We'll see. But this is the electric trap. We'll set that down here, and there's a trophy. So it looks like that's going to need power. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pick up the wind turbine and set down. I just switched out the turbine for the trap, and now I'm going to see if I can get this thing powered up and see if I can get it working. I'm curious to see what this thing looks like. So this is our, there we go. That's actually pretty cool, and well, it works.